Hey guys, XJ9's here, and today's going to be the patch 11.24 notes. Preseason has been pretty crazy, and they're probably going to be addressing quite a few things. Besides that, I mean, I haven't really looked too much into it, so let's really, look at what's going on. So, yeah, some skins, blah blah. Okay, um, Caitlyn, passive headshot. Updated, healthier headshots. When Caitlyn targets an enemy marked by her W, your snapshot, or E, 9 caliber net, her headshot partially resets, firing faster than a normal basic attack. Bug fix. Fix a bug where Caitlyn was able to headshot enemies while being revived. That's kind of funny. So I guess that's good. I mean, I'm not really exactly sure how game breaking this is, but it probably saves a few, zero point 0.1 seconds or something. Camille. Uh, W. Tactical sweep. Our cone damage was 6 to 8% plus 3.3% per 100% AD, and now it's 5 to 7%, so pretty much a 1% decrease at all ranks, and but a plus 2.5% per 100% AD of the target's maximum HP. Yeah, it's quite a big nerf because that attack actually does a lot in lane. I think the healing is the same, or maybe the healing is based on damage, but regardless, it's a quite a big nerf. E hook shot was 16 to 10 seconds, now it's 16 to 12 seconds. This will hurt her later on in the game, her mid game. Early game will be the same in regards to hook shot, but yeah, it it's very short cooldown with all the CDR she gets, so yeah, it's quite a big nerf as well. Ivern, passive friend of the forest. Krug experience was 27, now it's 95. Krug gold was 39, now it's 85. Pretty much makes it so it's actually more worth to kill the Krugs instead of just being a complete null camp. So that's quite nice. Kind of strange how long this took, honestly, because it's kind of like why was it even like this for so long. Kale, passive Divine Ascent. Updated, fire farther. The distance of the waves launched by Kale's base attacks while she is aflame and exalted or transcendent now scales with her bonus attack range. So yeah, this was in regards to things such as rapid fire can or we call press that attack, I believe it's called, or no, lethal tempo. Yeah, lethal tempo, not press that. Lethal tempo, where you get additional attack range. So that's nice. Making it more viable on her. Kled, uh, base stats. Scarl base HP was 400 to 1420. Now it's 400 to 1550 based on level, so quite a big buff on that. Passive Scarl the Cowardly Lizard. Update all your base health are belong to Kled. Scarl's base health now counts towards Kled's base health, not Kled's bonus health. So yeah, he's losing. So pretty much Kled is going to have only base health. He's not going to gain any bonus health from Scarl, which is when he's bound. All your bit bonus health are belong to Scarl. Any health items that Kled purchases will add a Scarl's health and count as bonus HP health. Not sure how that works. I'm not sure how it worked before. As in, I'm not sure if you bought items if it went like individually, like as in like I'm not sure how this works. So I'm not actually quite sure how much of an impact this is because I'm not sure if like if you any bought items if they went 50-50 to each or only the Kled or something. Updated Scarls, whatever. While on Mountain, Kled will check whether Scarl's courage has been restored twice as often, reducing the time it takes for them to reunite them when at max courage. That's quite big. That there's a lot of times where Clyde will die literally like right before he gets mounted, and this could also be the case. So that's quite nice that you can get instantly remounted. That's extremely big buff. Real ready. Clyde now spawns with full health. Um, I'm not sure what that means. Was he not spawn with full HP? What? I don't know what that means. Strange. But yeah, this is a nerf too. I believe people were complaining about Titanic Hydra. And I don't know what else is nerfed to it, but like they're trying to make him probably just like more. Maybe I mean this kind of changes the champion quite a bit, so Kled might be maybe quite stronger now, depending on how people do tests. W violent tendencies. Cooldown was 4 to 8 seconds, now it's 13 to 7 seconds, so they buffed it just because they're probably nerfing that Titanic Hydra build. E jousting cooldown was 14 to 10 seconds, now it's 13 to 9 seconds. Damage ratio is 60% bonus AD, now 65% bonus AD. What's actually Riot's reason for this? I'm actually very curious. Tank Cled has been optimal for a while because of the massive bonus HP he gets from Scarl. We're adjusting how his health is calculated to make his playstyle healthier and more interesting. However, this will nerf some of his bruisier builds, so we're buffing his damage and cooldowns to compensate. We'll keep an eye on the Tankers duo after this change to monitor 80 Cled's viability. So yeah, it probably does not like that he's building full tank. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks pretty good though, I guess. Our Twitches already got changed, updated, longer pins and longer needles. The extra distance that Twitches both travel on skills with bonus attack range is just like Kale with lethal tempo and rapid fire cam. So that's quite big as well. Samir are no longer cost mana. Yep, it used to cost 150 zero mana. No, before it used to be free only at level 16. So now it just costs nothing. That's actually quite big. That's a giant because she can use this a lot. So yeah, pretty much when you have ult, you're not gonna have a mana issue. So that's quite a huge buff. So let's actually see what Brian actually said about this because I'm actually curious. Few things feel worse than running out of mana from Samir's ult after getting all her passive stacks ready. This mana cost was originally designed to control her your early wave clear, but since that hasn't really been a problem, it became the perfect opportunity to bring her back in style. Or were people like, I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. So, I guess in playtests they were testing out zero mana costs, and like people were just getting procs and then just pushing. I don't know. That's very interesting. Hmm. I don't know. Strange. We'll see how that pans out. Watch that actually become an issue. We'll see. I mean, it clearly wasn't an issue because there was mana cost, so we'll see if that's actually becomes an issue. Urgot passive Echoing Flames. Bigger Cones, Urgot's passive shotgun attack range now scales with bonus attack range, so just like Kale and whoever that other person was. W Purge, bigger circles. Urgot's Purge Optimus attack range now it scales with bonus attack range. That's quite big. Wonder how it will do with lethal tempo and such. I'm actually quite curious. I don't know. We'll see how that does. Not sure how well attack speed scales with Urgot, so I don't really know. Probably nice though. Archangel Staff combined cost was 950 gold, now it's 550 gold. Total cost equally reduced. Archangel Staff isn't performing all that well, so we're lowering its cost to help. That's quite a ginormous buff, probably because they just changed the stats a lot around it. Probably because stacking CR is kind of shitty. Axiom Arc, ultimate cooldown on kill was within 3 seconds of getting a kill. Was 25%, now it's 20%. I'll be honest, I'm not even a big fan of this ultimate. A lot of times, to me, it seems very like this item is mostly good on champions where like they really need their ultimate, like Kiana probably because she kind of needs her ult, and like not really champions like Nocturne because they can do things while their ult's not up, as like just farm because they're a jungler. But I don't know. The champions I play don't even really benefit from this item that much, so yeah, I don't know. So apparently it was just too strong, so whatever. Um, Cosmic Drive. Cosmic Drive is significantly overpowered in most champions. Hello, thank you. Ability power was 75, now 65. Health was 250, now 200. Spell Dance movement bonus was 20%, decaying to 10%. Now it's 15%, decaying to 5%. Yeah, this item was apparently incredibly overloaded, so kind of nice to see it adjusted. The movement speed was probably the strongest part about it, and yeah, that's quite a substantial nerf to it as well. Um, yeah, that's I don't know, that's pretty crazy honestly. So I mean, it was just a real the cost efficiency was just off the hooks. Crown of the Shower Queen. Crown of the Shower Queen is another new mage item that has been doing too well most champions, especially considering it's supposed to be a more defensive mythic option. Ability power was 70, now it's 60. Yeah, the same thing with the Ornn item, just lowered the ability power by 10. Yeah, this item's been being picked up a lot, and its win rate is insane, even on champions like Fiddlesticks, which is kind of funny. It's still really strong because the ability power you get from when you have the shields a lot. So yeah, Evershroud, the bonus damage when you immobilize someone or get immobilized was 12% for 5 seconds. Now it's 9% for 4 seconds. Quite a big nerf. Um, they're saying it was a little bit too strong. It's still strong, but again, it's more situational than anything. Less damage is good. Frostfire Gauntlet. So let's see what I had to say about this. Frostfire Gauntlet is a punch above the other tank mythics, offering a little bit of everything at a relatively low cost. We're breaking down its damage was a bit too high compared to Sunfire, including the health scaling. These changes also apply to Orin Masterwork item Reinformed Grasp. Yeah, this item was, I even said on the preseason that this item was overloaded, and I was surprised that they even buffed it so much. So before it was melee frost field damage was 20 to 100 plus 0.5% max HP. Now it's only 12 to 85. That's a ginormous nerf. They lowered the base damage as well as the max health scaling. Like a Mundo with 2000 HP, we used to give it an extra, whatchamacallit, about like 10 damage. I mean, it's something. But yeah, they pretty much nerfed the damage by like, I don't know, pretty much a quarter. So that's quite big. Ranged, I'm not really. They lowered the range part as well as the same thing. It was 10 to 50 plus same health scaling out to 6 to 42.5. Um, yeah, it's still a strong item for keeping people in place if you need a peel, or if you're just doing bad and you just need to buy that. But like I don't know. That's quite generous nerf, but whatever. Um, is it still strong though? I mean, yeah, it obviously is, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. We'll see how. Well, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. It's still really cheap. Ages is just more tempting to get now, just because it has better stats overall. Conquer. Um, Adaptive force per stack was 2 to 4 based on level. Now it's 2 to 4.5 based on level. Uh, they were gonna make that 5, I think, but or no, where are they? I don't know. Duration was 4 seconds. Now it's 5 seconds. So I think this also apply. Yeah, this applies to what you call it, APs as well. We're partially reverting the nerf and boosting its damage to make it compared to other keystones like Grasp of the Undying, Fleet Footwork, and Lethal Tempo. Interesting. Yeah, that's quite a nice buff, I guess. I mean, we have better runes now, so I guess it's whatever. We'll see how that goes. Because Lethal Tempo is like kind of like fighting with Conquer now. Glacial Augment, slow amount was 35%. Bunch of scaling. So now it's 30%. It pretty much just scales better based on heal, shield, leak power, bonus AD, and AP. They did make the scaling better, but lowered the initial early game of it. So you need to actually get items to make it better. Um, Let me think about that. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. Apparently, it was really good on tanks, which is kind of funny. Um, yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're trying to just make the support only. It was just apparently too strong on some tanks. I didn't honestly like it that much on like a champion like Zac. I like what do you call it, Aftershock more. Lethal Tempo. Lethal Tempo is a little too strong for some melee champions. It's also failing to fulfill its attack speed fantasy for range users, so we're shifting some of the power from its bonus attack range for them. A melee attack speed per stack was 15% up to 9%. Now it's 13% up to 78%. Range attack speed per stack was 5% up to up to 30%. Now it's 7% up to 42%. Range bonus attack range at max stacks was 100. Now it's 75. Um, yeah, it's a melee nerf. It's still pretty strong with some melees. But the thing is on range, you can argue it's actually quite a bit better. 100 attack range because you're pretty much getting a fair bit more. Like the gap between range and melee in terms of attack speed is closer. So now, like on a champion like Kindred, this can also be a good option just because she doesn't really need that much for range anyway. That's interesting. Predator, maximum movement speed was 60%. Now it's 45%. Ramp up time was 1 second. Now it's 1.5 seconds. Um, I don't know. But, I mean, that's quite a big nerf. They nerfed the movement speed by a quarter. So we'll see how it turns out. It's still very strong. So we'll see about that. So with dragons with temporary double selection rates of Chem Tech Rift and Hex Tech Rift, turns during patch 11.23 has been removed. All dragon trains have returned to their normal selection rates. Okay, that's interesting. Chemtech Drake updated the buff was grant up to 5%. Now it's 6% bonus damage per stack. So, updated the soul of Chem Tank or Chem Dragon Soul, whatever. So now it used to be alive for 5 seconds and deal 33% less damage. Now it's 4 seconds and deal 40% less damage. So they nerfed it quite a bit. New Chemtech Soul Indicator. Champions survived by the Chemtech Dragon Soul will have a zombie state indicator on their health bar. Okay, that's interesting. So apparently this was a bit too strong. Hextech Drink updated Hextech buff was grant 5 ability haste and 5% attack speed per stack. Now it's 6 ability haste and 6% attack speed per stack. Um, I actually found it net fine, but like okay, like this dragon if you get it early is ginormous value because no one has CDR and yeah, 6 CDR early game is ginormous, so yeah, it's quite big because it affects everything including ultimates. Um, what else? Don't care about ARAM. Bug fixes. Health bar, visual effects, new visual effects has been added to player health bars to indicate when shields, guardian angel, and other health related effects activate. Wonder what that means or how that is. Happy anniversary. Dynasty already splashed her. Has a new look to celebrate her 10th anniversary, whatever. Uh, she also has new chromas for each of her skins. Varus update. Yeah, Varus has received a visual update. Sound effects update for Base Caitlyn, Base Oriana, Gatekeeper Galio, and several Kled skins have received audio updates to play their voice lines and interaction more consistently and accurately. Fix a bug where Kindred could not mark the Chemtech or Hextech dragons with passive mark the Kindred. That's strange. Fix a bug where champions would briefly flicker at their this destination Hexgate before they arrive. Yeah, I think I've seen that. It's kind of weird. Hextech, no, Yorick's Mistwalkers, at least Spiderlings and Bard Meeps will now arrive at destination Hexgates with their champions not before them. Fiddlesticks effigies from all over the map, so they no longer warp through Hex gates with them anymore. Uh, Death recaps have been fixed to correctly report damage dealt by dragon and soul buffs. Fix the bug where the detection radius indicator around your stealth champions would sometimes disappear. Fix the bug where a ward placed over terrain near towers could sometimes reveal stealth champions. Where wards placed over terrain near towers. Oh, that sounds bad, but okay, thing they fixed that. Fix the bug where control wards could sometimes reveal stealth champions inside Chemtech zones. Um, hmm. Like, that's weird. Fix the bug where control wards would sometimes reveal. Isn't that what's supposed to happen? That's confusing. I don't know what that means. Whatever. Stealth champions will shimmer properly upon take damage inside Chemtech zones. Fix the bug where champions would not get sun impacts bonus magic penetration and lethality upon exiting camouflage. That's funny because that's a ginormous. That hurt. I would hurt Evelyn a lot. So now she get buffed. Control wars would no longer originally play reveal sound effects around invisible champions, and conversely, invisible champions would no longer play revealed effects around enemy control wards. Yeah, I think I've heard this before. Kiana's green Q and LeBlanc's passive mirror image invisibility effects in Chemtech zones have been restored. Abilities that grant true sight of enemies such as Nidalee's passive prowl or Lee Sin's Q, Sonic Wave will properly reveal invisible units again. Fix a bug where if Talon uses Aura Shadow Assault and targets an enemy with a ranged Q knocks in Diplomacy while he's rooted, his ultimate's blades would incorrectly converge on his target rather than his current location. Fix the visual bug where Talon's abilities would falsely appear to apply passive blades and stacks on targets with active spell shields. Talon's melee Q knocks in Diplomacy. Cooldown will no longer fully restart if his target becomes invalid during its cast. Now Magic's causes uh, vo- Q void spike behavior. Okay. Um, Interesting. Talon's range Q knocks in Diplomacy cooldown has been fixed to restart upon initializing its dash now upon completing it. Um, That's a big buff. Because now the cooldowns sooner. Talon's E, Assassin's Path will no longer get interrupted by hard CC when he has an active spell shield. Fix a bug where Sheen's Spellblade passive would interfere with Skarner's E fracture cooldown reduction. What else? Yeah, fix the bug where Talia would not be able to use her passive rock surfing for the rest of the game if someone broke her Banshee's Veil spell shield while she was rock surfing. Fix a bug that could sometimes cause issues when you cast an ability at the same location at your champion and cursor. Interesting. Fix the bug where if Mordecai uses R while Vi was pursuing him and her R cease and desist, she would be stuck in her ultimate pursuit state until he returned from the Death Realm. That's funny. Um, that's funny. Fix several bugs with Malzar's passive Void Shift shield that would sometimes consume or refresh it incorrectly. Um, Fix the bug where Aphelios would sometimes get stuck if in an A pose if slain shortly after initiating a basic attack. Fix the bug where owning a Frozen Heart would incorrectly count as being in combat. Nullifying effects such as boost of abilities passive, that's kind of funny. Fix the bug where Auction sometimes could not recast W going rogue if he was low on mana, even though the second cast has no mana cost. Fix the bug where Rengar could sometimes cast W Battle Roar during Zhonya's Hourglass of Stasius. Fix several bugs that could occur while possessing Ivor Auction with Viego's passive Sovereign's Domination. Some skins, and yeah, that's it. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Bye!